We're going to continue learning a lesson a day to bettering our marriages. Today's lesson is going to be taken from the book 10 Minutes a Day to a Better Marriage. And the topic we're going to discuss today is the importance of knowing how to constructively criticize someone. Every married person understands the basic principles of balancing a checking account. As long as you deposit more money in the bank than you withdraw, your checks will clear. However, if you withdraw more than what you deposit, your check will bounce and you're going to have to pay a fee. Any relationship, especially marriage, works the same way as a bank account. As long as you're expressing more positive words of approval, appreciation, and affection than negative words of complaint, criticism, and condemnation, you stand a good chance of having your criticism accepted. But if you see that you're finding faults more often than compliments, then you're more likely to have your words ignored or disregarded. With a bank account, all you need is $1 above your withdrawals to prevent your checks from bouncing. In a relationship, however, you may need to cover yourself with a somewhat wider margin. That means you have to make sure that you're complimenting more than giving negative criticism. It is very hurtful for anyone to feel that he's criticized more often than being praised. In any family relationship, and especially in marriage, it is a good idea to use the 1-to-3 ratio for balancing your approvals and disapprovals. That means you should make a point of offering at least 3 positive comments for every one which is negative. That way, you stand the greatest chance of having your negative comments accepted, considered, and taken seriously. Not every disagreement must be resolved to your satisfaction. Not every error which your spouse commits must be corrected. And not every character flaw which you find in your spouse must be rectified. By trying to perfect your spouse, you may just end up destroying your marriage. Some people have a tendency to allow things to pile up. The dishes pile up in the sink and the mail piles up on their desk. They do not seem to be able to take care of these things in a timely fashion. Some people often let grievances pile up as well. If they are hurt or disappointed with their spouse, for example, they will not address the issue right away. Instead, they will pretend to overlook it. In reality, however, they will store it in their memory bank of complaints and then dump it all at one time, usually in an explosive outburst. When that happens, the individual incidents are not dealt with separately. Instead, they are all lumped together. To economize and streamline their arguments, these people will commit a serious error of generalizing their complaints. While this may be logical, in actuality, it is very counterproductive. A construction company builds houses. A demolition company reduces them to rubble. Similarly, constructive criticism builds understanding, cooperation, and compatibility. Destructive criticism smashes respect, crushes self-esteem, and will wreck a marriage. Destructive criticism is worded and expressed in such a way as to put down the recipient. Only faults are mentioned, errors are emphasized, and even exaggerated. Only the harshest, demeaning, and insulting language is being used. Voices are raised, tempers are heated. And if you are ever criticized destructively, you know how long the pain will linger on. Constructive criticism, on the other hand, is designed to build up the recipient. While shortcomings are mentioned, they are de-emphasized and minimized. Only the kindest language is used and spoken in the softest of tones. And most importantly, constructive criticism presents a roadmap for improvement. If your spouse has displeased you in such a way, do not stress how much he missed the mark. Do not focus on what was wrong, imperfect, or unsatisfactory. Instead, try to spell out exactly what you may have preferred. Let your spouse know what you want. Say exactly what you would like your spouse to do differently next time. If you do, you will be sending a clear message to your spouse that you are less concerned about documenting the errors of yesterday and more concerned about building a future for tomorrow. Today's lesson was Lilu Nishmat Baruch Ben Rosa.